Hello everybody. For today's video, I'm going to just do a real quick and easy Christmas ornament. I bought these last year. These are glass ornaments at Michael's when they were discounted after Christmas last year. And it's pre-painted green. I didn't paint it green. It comes this way. And that. So all I've done before the video started was I cleaned it with the rubbing alcohol to make sure that the glass surface is clean. And for this one, I'm going to be using enamel paints because I'm painting on glass. So I have DeoArt enamels in Christmas colors, red, green, white, and gold. And I think I'm going to do just a swirl pattern to start, and then we'll see where it goes from there. So before I started, I eyeballed where my center was and just put a little dot there. And so we will go from there. I'm going to start out with the center dot being white. And I'm going to go with halfway decent size. Let's go with like a number 10 for the center dot. Now this one, I'm not swirling it all the way around. I'm going to do a swirl on one side. And then we'll see what we'll add to it afterwards. So there's my center dot. And then I was gonna do red and green swirl, but I think I'm going to do white and red swirl and then top dot with some green later, so that'll be easier to see in this video. So I'm just gonna put some paint in my tray real quick. And I'm gonna do like every other dot because I'm just using the two colors. So I'm gonna start out with a number 3. And I'm going to do maybe I want to start out bigger. Let's start out with the 4. I'm going to do the top, bottom, and the sides in red, and then I'm going to do in between them in white. And I figured I would do the swirl pattern again, just because every time I do it, people comment on it because they have a hard time getting it down. And it's really not super difficult once it like dawns on you exactly what I'm saying. So hopefully I can explain it better in this video. Very active at my house today. The neighbor kids are out. I don't know if you can hear them or not. But they're right outside my window, so hopefully you can't. Okay, so that was with the number 4. So then you just go up to the next number, which would be 5. And you just do a row with each number. So this row will be 5, next row will be 6, and so on. And you just kind of got to look, because if you did, normally you would do a row and then you do in between each one in the next row. And you're going to do the same thing. So we're with the number 5, and so this is red. So I always go this direction. You could go either direction, just so you keep going the same. So when I dot in between these two, whatever the top one is what I'll use. So this will be red in between these. And I noticed in the beginning when I started doing it, it was easier to wipe my tool off, then take the next color, then wipe my tool off, take the next color. Whatever is easiest for you, that's what you need to do. So I'm going to skip this one because that would be white, and then I'm going to go here. When you start getting like 3 or 4 colors, it gets more difficult, and that's when I would worry about just going around one color after the other. See, now I only have to wipe my brush or my tool twice in each row. So because that one's white, the one in between here would be white, and the one in between here would be white. Okay, now we go up to the next row. So we go up to a number 6. Now it doesn't matter where you start your dots, you just got to look. You're going to put a dot in between each one. So this one would be red because the red's on the top. That's how I remember it. So I go and I do each red dot, and then I'll go and do each white dot. Okay. And there's, if you did 8, there'll be 4 of each kind. So I count in my head. So there's 1. And then this is 2. 3. And 4. So then you know that row's done, because I already did the red ones and now I did the white ones. Now we're going to go up to the number 7. Okay. And I usually start with the same color every time. You don't have to, though. That's 1 red one. 2 red ones. 3 red ones. And 4 red ones. Now we'll do the white ones. One white one. 2 white ones. 3 white ones. And 4 white ones. And that's all you do, and you just keep doing that all the way around. Now we're up to a number 8. So I'll do the red ones first again. That's number 1. 2. And 3. And number 4. And on to the white ones. 1, 2. Now if you mistakenly your ornament rolls around on you, you can always just count to see like I got 5 dots that way and only 4 this way. Okay. So now we'll go up to a number 9. And I'll start with the reds again. Okay. And then on to the whites. Okay, now we're up to a number 10. Sorry, I forgot to put the number down last time. I'll fix that in the video though. We're on to number 10, so I'm going to start with my reds again. And then on to the white ones. Now we're up to the number 11. And I mean, you could stop now if you wanted to and do a circle and do some other pattern around it or whatever you wanted. But I think I'm just going to continue this a little bit more. So I'm with the number 11 with red. And then on to the white. Still with the number 11. Okay, up to a number 12. So now when you're getting out this far, you got to look where this where your last dot is, and then look for the one directly across from it, and you go in between it. It gets harder to see for me the further out I get. That's why I'm taking this a little bit further than I normally would. So there's one. And now you see these are directly across. So that would be 2. 3. And 4. And now we move back onto the white. So these are directly across, so we'll do the white right in between. That's 1. 2. 3. And 4. Okay. And now we're on to number 13. I'm not going to do very much more, I don't think, because it's getting kind of far out there. Let's start with the reds. Maybe either this will be my last row or the next one. Well, we'll have to see. I need more red on my palette, though. Okay, so we're working with the number 13. And we're starting with the reds. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. I'm going to do the whites. And 4. Okay. Now I'm going to take a look. It's pretty full. Now I think I'm going to, let's see here. So I'm going to use the number 13 yet, and I'm going to go in with this gold. Of course, I'll put the color listing like I always do in the description for you guys. And I'm just going to go ahead and do another row, but this time I'm going to do every one in gold. I'm not going to do every other. So I'm just going to border it. So now, see, that would be 1, and then after the white, This would be 2, and after the red would be 3. After the white would be 4. Five. 6. 7. And I'm counting them because I didn't make them bigger, so they're going to kind of blend in. Okay, so that would be 1 row, and I'm going to do 1 more row so I have a solid fill around in gold. 1. Okay, I think I need to do probably 1 more even. See how I got 2 coming off of each of these? I want to make it so that there's not a gap, so I'm going to do 1 more row. I'm still using the same number though, the number 13. So there'll be 3 in each. If you see how there's 3, then I need 3 here. And 1 here. It gets harder when you get out further to hold on to it. Got 1 more to do between these. And then there's, see, if you count off of like the red, there's 3 dots. Off of the white, there's 3 dots. Off of the red, there's 3 dots. All the way around. So it stays even. And I think I'm going to leave it like that. Now, I'm going to go in and top dot, but I'm going to wait a few minutes and let this dry a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So to start out, I'm going to top dot on the whites with this green. And I just figure out, I usually go smallest to largest, but I think I'm going to go largest to smallest. Okay, this is a number 9. And I'm going to top dot the largest white dots in a number 9. Now, it's pretty hard to tell when this enamel paint's dry because it's shiny, and I'm not used to shiny. So I'm hoping that it's dry. Okay, so there's the 4 of those. So now I'm going to move to an 8. Just set it here. Okay, and then I'm going to do the next one down. And there should be 4. Okay, I'm going to go down to a 7. Down to a 6. Five. Number 4. To a 3. Down to a 2. And when it gets this small, I usually don't go down to a 1. I'll just refill it and do the last 2 dots. I'll do it this one and then that one and then redip. And there we go for that. Now I think I'm going to use white. I'm going to go up to the number 9 again. because I like how contrasting this is. So I'm going to do white dots on top of the red dots. So going back up to the number 9 for the biggest dot. Okay, and then to the number 8. To the number 7. Number 6. Number 5. Number 4. Number 3. Number 2. Okay, then the last 2, I just dip it once and do both dots. Okay. Now I added the the gold in there because of the gold on the top. And a lot of people like to do little dots in between in each of these little gaps. And you could do that with gold. That would bring the gold into it a lot more than what I have it in. But I think I'm going to blow this dry and I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I'm going to add some white top dots onto those gold ones, and I might even dip gold back on them afterwards. Let's go up. Let's use a number 8, and I'm just going to top dot all those gold dots in white. I'm going to add more white to my palette because it's drying. Okay. And all those dots were the same size, so I don't have to change tools. And I'm just filling up my tool and barely tapping it so that it carries over. And I can get 2 out of it. The third one's not so good. And I'm just putting this on because it looked out of place. But I think I might top dot gold back on them and red back on the red. Let's see what it looks like when it dries. Okay. So this is what we're looking like. If I can get it picked up. Very festive. Okay, I'm going to blow it dry and come back in and just finish up the top dots and we'll be done. Be right back. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is redot gold on that. And I just put the white on there to kind of highlight it a little bit more. But I want gold to be on the top. So I'm going to use a number 4. Swirl my paint around because it's been a while. And I'm just going to top dot with the number 4 on all the gold and white, well, on the white that's on the gold dots to bring the gold to the forefront. Okay, and I like that the green is on the top, so I'm going to leave those alone, but I want to dot on the reds. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the number 4 and see how many I can, by walking, get. I think I'm going to go 4 dots with the number 4 on each one of these, and then I'm going to go down to a smaller size. So when you walk the dots, they get gradually smaller, so you don't have to keep switching your tool for these top dots, because they don't need to be as full as when you make your base dot. And I really load up my tool. Okay. Okay, so that was with the number 4. Now I'll probably go with the number 2 and finish them off. And just really dip your tool pretty so you have a substantial amount of paint on there, and it should last. I don't think I'm going to even do those last 2 because they're so teeny. I'm going to skip those. Okay. Alrighty, and that should be it. So this is what we look like. All done. And I'm going to pause the video once again and blow this dry and hang it up, and then I'll give you one more shot with it hanging. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are hanging. Of course it's spinning. There we go. So as always, thank you for watching. If you're not a subscriber, I would love to have you. And click the notification bell if you'd like to be notified when new videos are available. So I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.